I just thought I would have to wear a mask like Kanye West.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
don't worry. Just don't spew off into anti-Semitism shit. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
He wasn't just spewing off into anti-Semitism. He was like going on some like weird rant about Illuminati and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you think he just needs help?
He said, "I'm probably autistic."
Yeah, that's my favorite video.
Dude, he pulled one of those. I'm probably autistic.
Like Rain Man, just fucking.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, listen, I'm Rain Man.
I wouldn't be surprised, you know.
No, but honestly, I don't think he's autistic. I think he's bipolar.
That's exactly what we were saying too, man.
No, because things that autistic people aren't like that. Okay, kind of and kind of not.
Yeah, it just became autistic and now support Nazis and shit. You know?
You see, autistic people. It's more like Travis Bickle.
Every single time, he's always got to bring up Travis Bickle.
But that's like the best way I could like kind of do it. It depends though, because not all autistic people are the same.
Yeah, you know what Travis Bickle is?
I
watched the movie.
No, not you. Travis Bickle is Robert De Niro's character in Taxi
Oh
Driver.
wait, yeah. Never mind. You remind me. Yeah. I'm thinking more into like, y'all seen Boss Baby, right? Or like y'all know about Boss Baby?
Sadly.
Oh my god.
Isn't it hilarious that like Boss Baby killed a real person in real life? Just fucking shot the guy.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, not Russ.
Alec Baldwin, right? He has been to Epstein Island.
Really?
Yeah. So do you know how Epstein, he had a list of people?
Yeah.
Right. And in that list of people showed all the names that has been like to his island. His name was among that list, along with Bill Clinton. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
I think it was David Blaine. I think he was there too. I don't know.
Really?
No, man, that's tragic.
What the fuck was he doing on there?
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
If you're the world's creepiest banker, you at least have to have some form of entertainment. So his form of entertainment is probably hiring the best magician of all time.
You think David Blaine is the best magician of all time?
Okay, I think he's the craziest, but not the best.
I mean,
he definitely did some crazy shit. Yeah.
David Blaine is definitely like the most craziest right now, like currently, but or just like the best magician currently. But like, there's plenty of guys. Freaking Houdini, man, he was awesome back in his day.
I don't know who he is.
You don't know, dude? He's man. There wouldn't be no David Blaine or what's his name, the other one.
Yeah, no, I don't know many magicians, but you know, it was him, fucking David Copperfield.
David Copperfield.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's a bunch of motherfuckers. But he fucking took it to the extreme.
Yeah, the only magic you'll ever see me pull off is me pulling out a weapon out of nowhere. Like I don't have any weapons. Like that.
Y'all ever get pepper sprayed?
No,
not yet.
I'm gonna have to at some point.
Actually, it depends for the military. But in the army, you would be thrown in a gas chamber, just like the
gas chamber. I'm not looking forward to it.
I've heard that people would rather take the taser over the pepper spray. So the reason why they would take the taser first is because the taser, it ends as soon as you let go. Okay, so if I shoot you with that, out of love or curiosity or whatever.
Fucking love you, just fucking.
Right? So if I just walk up to you and just go like that, and then you're dancing on the floor, I could just make you stop by just letting go,
Yeah.
But with pepper spray, it's one spray and it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there as long as you wash it out. Yeah, it's just a pain that lasts longer. And that doesn't have an on and off switch. These things that you're gonna have to wash it off, and it just hurts. It's not now. The pain is not as bad.
I personally taken the fucking spray to the face. That shit was not fun.
I'd take the taser. You know why?
And you know, it was like it started off as a joke. We're like, yeah, this shit ain't gonna do nothing. And we were all just fucking around with the fucking spray. And eventually we really got it on our eyes and we couldn't get it off. And it was like a stinging sensation. But honestly, man, I agree with that sentiment. I think I'd rather get tasered. You know, just
Yeah, no, I mean like you said, it's only the pain only lasts for however long the person has their thumb on the button, right?
All right, I have a would you rather question.
Go ahead.
Would you rather be invincible but feel twice as much pain, right?
Yeah.
Or be twice as brittle but feel no pain at all?
Right. Well, I guess I'll I mean, I don't want to feel.
But if you get shot, instead of the wound looking normal, it's gonna like just be exploded all out and stuff because you're twice as brittle.
I mean, if I get shot in the leg, who needs legs, man? Legs are overrated.
If I'm brittle and I get shot in the ass, like, do I die immediately, or like, how does that work?
Probably your bones break easier.
Right. You know what? No, I'll take the invincibility with twice as much pain because at least I'm invincible. You know.
Yeah.
And y'all feel twice as much pain, but
if you're having the worst diarrhea ever,
right? It's weird that I was thinking this.
If you had the invincibility one, it is going to be the worst thing ever. Or if you're passing the funny stone. If you're passing the funny stone, it's also going to be really bad.
Having the invincibility would make me a way more cautious person. I'll take way more caution.
Weren't you just on laxatives like a month ago? you fucking die. Like,
yeah, no, because I was freaking because of the surgery. I told you guys already because of the surgery. Or I don't know.
It's because his appendix. His appendix tried killing him in his sleep.
I was with you that day too, man. Remember on Halloween?
The things that his appendix was stalking him, and it snuck into his house with a knife and tried to stab him.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I owed him like $20. No, but yeah, I was on laxies because you know, after surgery, especially abdominal surgery, it's like they gotta put your organs to sleep. So it took me a while to wake up my intestines, and I was scared to eat. I was eating less and less because I didn't want to pile more shit on top of shit. But that day, oh my God, man, I released everything, and I must say,
you went into great detail describing to me how good of a shit you took.
It was the most uplifting, most immaculate shit I've ever taken in my life, and that is an understatement. I don't know how to
this fucking guy.
You guys have to understand. It was like I'm not religious, but it felt like I was touched by the grace of God.
It was like the first day after No November, but it's like for shitting. It's like I just entered this bliss.
Dude, it's like I don't know, man. It's like I popped my cherry, but the shitting edition. You know, it was so immaculate. Because like, how many times in your life can you say, "Man, I took the best shit of my life"? Never, because nobody says that. You know, shit. I'm lucky. Yeah. I'm lucky I get to say that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, but
actually, there's this one time where I was walking home, right, from a job interview. And I was at the train station, right? After I got out of the train station, I had an impending doom. I had to find a bathroom or else I would be in the worst accident. Right? Can you relate?
I mean,
can you relate? Like say you're walking home from school, and you're on the verge of having a turtle head.
I will tell you this: I've been on a train ride, and you know, Chicago trains, they just got crackheads in there. Like that's all the population.
Oh shit, yeah.
So trying not to take a shit while surrounded by crackheads is an immaculate experience that I hope everybody has at least once in their lives.
Yeah, no. Speaking of crackheads, man, just the other day while I was waiting at the bus stop, I met a real life Boondocks character. And dude, just the way this guy was talking, he was an old guy. he must have been like on a bit of coke or anything. Like he was talking on the phone. Him and I we started getting along. The thing is, you could sometimes you couldn't tell if he was talking to you or the person on the phone. You know, he'd like switch back from the person on the phone. The way he was talking on the phone, he was like, "Man, this motherfucker done smoked up all this money. Now he ain't got no money to pay his goddamn phone bill because he's all deep in the crack." And there was another guy that was with me. I didn't talk to him. He was a young guy like me, but like he was kind of away, just trying to avoid everything. And I was having a good old time, you know, because I get to kick back. And next thing you know, we started having an actual conversation. Apparently, he was in the Navy back in 1972. And then we got on the bus. I met this other guy, another old guy. We met all kinds of people on the bus, man.
Hey man, that sounds like a low key good experience. My old guy just said, "You fucking yet?" And he was like 78. So I don't know what the fuck that came out of.
Yeah, dude, but this old guy that I was with at the bus stop, he'd be talking to you and just casually like checking out girls at the same time. Dude, this guy was horny as fuck. We started talking about the Super Bowl. I was like, "Oh yeah, who's doing halftime?" He said, "I don't know, but it's probably one of them girls. It's always the girls, man. I can't wait." He was saying it loud enough for the entire bus to hear. It was like, "Yeah, man, them girls, them
Hey man, you gotta multitask sometimes, you know.
yeah, no, some
See, he was just looking at random women in the train. He's like, "Damn."
Yeah, we were at the bus stop. He was talking. While he was talking, we broke eye contact, and he was just following this woman's ass. Just didn't stop, like nothing. He didn't like break in his speech or anything. Just a smooth flow in his speech, and then goes back to eye contact like nothing happened. I don't know. Interesting people, man. Interesting people. Obviously, he has experience with just checking out girls, you know. And I didn't really feel uncomfortable. I actually just kind of felt enlightened, man, because then he started giving me advice, but I didn't really understand half of it.
Dude, I saw a real life like anime arc of crackheads, like
Yeah,
like near my KFC. Dude, it was like, cause you know crackheads, they ain't got money. They're just like poor. They're out there just living life and shit. And they
yeah,
were fighting over this chicken tender or whatever.
yeah.
And like, you know, they were like, fuck you, fuck you. And they were just fighting with that. And all of a sudden they just start making out over this fucking chicken tender. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, man, one of my best crackhead stories. Um, One of my
Yeah,
best crackhead stories. I was with my mother and my little sister. We were in downtown for I think it was the Blues Fest, or it was some other thing, some music festival or something. And we were coming back. It was the sun was setting, so we got off. Or no, while we were on the bus, a crackhead came on with us. This guy, like, his nose was running and shit. He was just kind of talking to random people. He was talking to people that wasn't even there. He had like a piece of like I don't know some food stuck on his lip or something. I don't know. He had like some piece of something. I don't know. And at first, because I was little at the time, I didn't know that he was on crack or something. I don't. He was on something, you know. He said, "Hey, come here." I was like, "Yeah." He said some shit. I don't know, mumbling. Huh? Uh. And I was like, I was a kid. I thought he needed help or something. Some lady was like, no, just ignore him. Just go sit down with your family. Like, oh, okay. So we're with this guy, like the entire bus ride. It was like a 30, 40, 45 minute bus ride. We finally make it to our stop. We get off, and then he gets off with us. Apparently, we also had the same stop. He gets off with us. Keep in mind, it's a busy street, busy road, very populated area, and he just whips his dick out and just pisses in the middle of the sidewalk like it's nothing. Dude, e-learning back then was a fucking bitch. I was one of those kids that would end up falling asleep and wake up like 2 hours later to be the only one in the meet.
yeah. Actually, I was pretty much the same.
Yeah,
The things I was also really fucking paranoid because I heard that schools, right, like
yeah.
mostly colleges, were slightly invasive, right? They'll force you to download like these really sussy invasive apps. So I just make sure that nothing is on my computer, that I cannot be seen, I cannot be heard, none of that.
Right.
I remember our class, we kind of got done with shit, so we were just watching movies. I know it was fine, I guess, but we were watching Coco, and she found out that I wasn't like actually there. You know, because you just log on, you just fuck around. But she found out because everybody left. I fell asleep. I was the only one who like. It was like a fucking hour later, and I was still there.
Yeah, dude. I was also very paranoid. I always checked like every 5 minutes to make sure my camera and mic was off. Always. Only once, I don't know how, but for some reason
You know, I would also do that, but sometimes I'll turn away my computer. I'll just make it face a wall.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't know how, but this one time my mic turned on, and I was talking to my little sister. I forgot what we were talking about. I forgot the exact words, but it was something that it's family talk, so of course you don't want like people to hear.
Did you take the trash out?
Huh? I'm sorry. Shit, but like I guess my teacher and the rest of the class was over here. And now looking back, maybe the rest of the class was asleep along with me or something. But you know, I started having a panic attack because it was the one time, just the one time I made a mistake, and I started having a panic attack because like even though it might not have been like a big deal, I mean, come on, can you fucking blame me, man, dude? E-learning was way different. I was in a class with people I don't know and I've never seen, and it's so fucking weird.
You know, the first time, like during the first month of e-learning, I was literally contemplating on my life. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? I feel like a prisoner in my own fucking house.
Yeah.
And then I feel like taking that rage out on teachers. I was like, you motherfuckers, you make me feel like a prisoner in my own fucking house. Like, I felt so much fucking rage. Like, it was absurd. I felt like taking it out on them. I hated everything about that.
Yeah, no, quarantine as a whole was a bitch sometimes, man. Like
You know what?
started.
You know what? Here's the thing. Here's my opinion on teachers. They're making too much money. Like, okay, no. Wait, no.
You just had this fucking strike like 2 years ago, fighting because they didn't have shit.
Let me explain.
Yeah,
those weren't the words I was looking for. They're not making too. It's that they're. I wouldn't say over entitled. It's just that. Why the fuck would you pay a motherfucker who sits all day on their ass in a class who does nothing, right? Who doesn't actually attempt to teach kids? Why the fuck would you hire them in the first place? And then there'll be the same motherfuckers like, us teachers don't get paid enough. It's like, yeah, you want to know why? Like, look at you.
You know, I'm with you on that to a certain extent because like
it's fucking absurd.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that to a certain extent because I wouldn't say that for all teachers, but definitely for a lot of teachers, especially like teachers in gym who aren't even coaches. They're just, I don't know why the fuck they're, I remember gym, they just toss a ball and say, do something with this. I remember when we had to do swimming. Every single chance I get, I always make fun of that pool, man. The pool was slimy. It was disgusting. The locker rooms were disgusting. There's all kinds of stains, all kinds of fights. Some motherfucker broke in, stole all kinds of shit. And next thing you know, these people like didn't really care, and then they get paid for just sitting on their ass. When we had to do swimming, we either get an F or an A. You get an A if you jump in the pool, you get an F if you don't. And nobody wants to jump in that nasty ass pool because they don't even clean it, you know. But we had to anyway. We didn't want to fail.
No, it's crazy.
What?
I've shown more respect to my ROTC sergeants, right? To my ROTC instructors than I ever had to regular teachers.
Man, isn't it crazy the bitches on OnlyFans be making more money than teachers? Well, that shit is
true sometimes. That's fucking true.
Did you guys hear about that recent story about a couple who made a sex tape in their teachers, right? And they made a sex tape in the classroom.
They were filming their OnlyFans in school.
Yeah, that is fucked up. It actually really pissed me off, man. I think it was Moist Critical. That's how I found out. I think it was his video.
You watch him.
Yeah, watch him, man. That motherfucker's hot as fuck.
No, Markiplier is hotter.
Markiplier is 10 times hotter, man. You know what?
You subscribe to the OnlyFans?
Yeah, no, man. I've been a fan of Markiplier since like I don't know, like 2015, maybe. Yeah, like 2015. Damn, that was a long time ago. But yeah, no, that guy is hot as fuck, man. And I mean it like the straightest way possible, you know. Anyways,
I know I'm straight, but I'm willing to say in a gay way, he is sexy.
He is sexy as fuck, man. Dude, we talk about,
there's things that I've been called fruity many times. That's fine and all. I'm still straight. There's things that it's only straight. It's only gay if you're like actually fucking gay and you do it
man,
with actual.
Just cross your toes.
Right? Like if you do things for the meme, right? And if you're just like not like actually gay or whatever, and you don't have an attraction to men, it's all good. All right. Like if you're kissing your homie goodnight, like it's only doing that.
We gotta normalize that shit, man.
You're not even doing it out of an actual attraction to your homie.
You're not doing it out of gayness. You're doing it out of respect.
Respect and just love, but platonic love. I started kissing my homie's hands. You know, we go for a handshake. We go for the handshake, and then I bring their hand.
Now do what Italian mafiosos do. You just do it like at the cheek, you know?
Yeah, man. I've been trying to normalize that with my friends. I started kissing their cheeks and shit, and they look at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But I've been doing it so often. It's like,
have you been?
One minute, you're doing your shit. Other minute, you're in the jail cell. You know, shit happens.
Yeah, no, dude. Wait, what? Wait. Oh yeah, no, I just started kissing them, and at first they're like, "What the fuck?" But I've done it so often that they kind of just let it happen now. You know?
Yeah, man. Shit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's out of respect and love, but platonic love, because like they're my buddies, you know. So I see nothing wrong with it. You know?
I see bitches kissing bitches all the time. Nobody says shit.
How the fuck can they eat each other out and still be straight? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
And yet I can't kiss
my
literally
just last week I'm like, "Hey bro, I like your shoes, man. Those some nice shoes." And some bitch just comes out of nowhere. "Oh, that's gay as fuck." He's like, "What the fuck?" Just complimenting the shoes, man. Shit.
Yeah, man, that's fucked up. Meanwhile, they're practically like trying to mate with each other. You know, it's unfair.
Actually, there's just one study on rats, and this study was supposed to show how a society would look like without no natural predators. Already, some rats started showing homosexual behavior. Yeah. And they were acting just really fucking erratic and really strange.
Hey man, what happens with too much overpopulation? No shit, let's be gay.
No, it's if there's no predators, right? So if there's nothing there to eat you, I'm not talking about the predators that show up at school. Okay. All right. You know the kinds that disguises your teachers. You know actually, now that I think about it, I heard about this one case where this one child predator was a gym teacher.
Yeah.
It wasn't a gym teacher. It was a music teacher. Right. I got it all confused because I heard different cases. But this guy, he installed a camera into a girl's changing room.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's already weird enough.
Yeah.
And meantime, he was watching them as they were changing. And it wasn't until the camera got discovered, I think, by like two girls who noticed it.
Yeah.
And the police, they came down on him, and he was thrown in jail. It was fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy. Wait.
It's even weirder is how in our school, this sort of shit actually happened.
I was just about to bring that up, man. And it was It was a music teacher. I think. Wait, Juju, I already talked about this, right? The music
Dude,
teacher.
we
I
also
don't
have
know. Okay, like
a
here's the thing.
case in our shit too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude, we got on
so
the news and shit for this.
all right. You see, I was there before both of you, and I heard about how I think the previous principal was inappropriately messaging minors and shit.
Oh no, man! What the
I think it was, but I'm not so sure. She was put on a do not hire blacklist.
Yeah, no, that shit's serious.
And then it was like I think another guy who was caught doing it. I think it was a security guard. I'm not so sure. I think it was either a security guard or janitor.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know, but basically what happened was that they were just being weird as fuck.
Yeah, no, you should see the security guards now. They're not weird. They're just kind of like teenagers like the rest of us, man. Like they come to work high and shit. I remember I was trying to take
That's
a bath.
that's probably because they're like what, 20?
Yeah, no, a lot of them. No, this one guy's middle aged. I was trying to go to the bathroom, and he was by the bathroom, and then he was like, "Hey, where you going, man?" And I was like, "I'm just gonna go take a piss." No, man, where you going? I was like, "I'm just trying to take a piss." He said, "No, this bathroom isn't working. You gotta go to the other one, man. No, you gotta make sure you let the lady know over there first. Come on." His lids were so low. His eyes were bloodshot. I was like, "Man, how the fuck are you not fired?" Yeah, he was like, "No, man." I mean, obviously I didn't say that, but he continually, "No, you can't go in here." The door was wide open, and there was a motherfucker already in there using the bathroom. I was like, "This is bullshit." I didn't even end up taking a piss.
I love how ours was like, so in freshman year there was a security guard that we had, and I only met him one time. It was the day before he got fired. That was the only interaction that I had with him. And like we didn't know why he got fired, but a bunch of people just started protesting. So they went outside and they're like fucking holding a march. They're holding signs and shit. They're like, bring back this person. And it got to the point where even ABC News came and they started like filming what was happening. And like shit was getting intense. And like everybody's like, yeah, bring him back. Everybody got detention. At the end, we found out that the guy was fucking some kid. And like all of us, they were just marching for the wrong shit at the wrong time. It's like, what the fuck? This is why context matters. Because
this is why you gotta know your shit before you. I mean, kids are kids are dumb, man. Kids are really fucking stupid. We don't know shit. None of us know. You don't know. You guys are fucking idiots.
That's because
because I am too.
Dude, that's because the school's infested with TikTok kids.
Dude, I can't let my nuts breathe, man, without walking in through the hallways and seeing like 10 different kinds of dances, like they're having seizures or some shit. They got their fucking phones plopped up against the doors. I swear.
The one that I hate the most that's going on right now is that there's like this person or whatever just in the middle of the hallway just getting filmed while everybody's walking around them. Like how much fucking egotistical can you be? Just like nobody's fucking walking.
Yeah, there's a time and place to embarrass yourself, just not here. It's cringy when you do it in the middle of class. Anthony, remember when you and I were in that class? You know the girl I'm talking about. I'm not gonna, but like, she would just whip out a phone at random points and then just like do TikToks. Listen, I gotta be honest, man. She's annoying.
That shit was cringe and annoying.
Yeah, she was cringe and annoying. I got her in another class again. All right, and because that class is relatively quiet, but she says the most weirdest shit out of nowhere, man. She uses the vocabulary of hot Cheeto vocabulary, and it's just like it's kind of annoying how
elaborate. Elaborate. Like what words do they use?
Shit, vocabulary like
a lot of period.
Yeah, a lot of period, a lot of bitch. Every single sentence has to end with bitch. Like
yes, with an inflection on the A.
I'm not even joking. Like she says at random points, "I'm a bad bitch." What the fuck, man? Nobody says that shit. You have to be at least 12 and under.
Not only that, am I the only one who thinks she has a a long nose.
But I can't really say shit because I kind of have a long nose too, man. You know, I got a long nose.
I was gonna say something really Kanye West like.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, you know what? No.
No, listen.
I'm not.
Don't worry. I do the editing. I make sure.
I'm Jewish on my father's side. I gave you permission.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
I like how you immediately thought that what he was gonna say was anti-Semitic shit.
No,
these goddamn Mexicans.
No, because the thing is that like I have a tendency of saying some really racist shit.
Yeah, reality, I know.
I have no meaning behind it. I just say it.
Dude, oh my god, have you seen when at the peak of Kanye West saying like the most anti-Semitic shit? There was just like this flock of Jewish people just in New York City filming a diss track, just filming a diss track on Kanye, and it was the funniest shit.
When you said flock of Jewish people, the first thing that popped in my mind was that freaking Family Guy cut. It was an actual flock of Jews. It's not blood. Yeah. Oh man, speaking of Jews, the elementary school that Juju and I attended, we used to hang out at recess, and across the street, man, there was I don't know what it was, but it was like a Jewish building where like they come together, and these Jewish people were so casually, respectfully. I say respectfully because like the way they were kind of just talking shit about it, you could tell that they were talking shit about us because we were joking around about them.
Dude, we used to make fun of those Jewish people.
Dude,
not because they were Jewish. Not because they were Jewish. Just because like they're just weird looking, you know?
They were just there, you know, and we were bored.
So you guys would just say shit like, you guys look funny, and then they'll just walk around with like the most Sigma walk ever. It's like
no, like they couldn't hear because like they're in the building across the street, and it was a glass door, right? So they couldn't like hear us. But they could show.
So you guys were just pointing at them.
Essentially, we were just pointing at them. Like, look at that.
And then they were just walking off Sigma, and they were like,
they just stand there with their fucking hats and their nice suits with their hands in their pockets, like.
Did they do one of these?
One of the tip of the hat. Not that I recall, but that would have been fun if they would have do that. We would have lost our shit 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's because like the things that Jewish people like. They're Sigma as hell.
Yeah.
They're just really subtle about it.
I can vouch for that, man. I got a lot of badass family members on my father's side.
Because the things that like they've been used to being berated for so long.
Yeah.
It's like it's like they had no choice but to just Sigma up. And then when you say something like just really racist towards one, they'll just walk up. Like they won't even say anything. They'll just like fix their posture, like okay, whatever you say.
Oh yeah, no, dude, they have class, man. My freaking grandfather was badass, man. First of all, freaking Holocaust survivor. He escaped a concentration camp along with his 4 sisters. They wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for him, you know. And then I forgot the full story. But they ended up making a life here in the States, right? I mean, that's badass enough, you know, to be able to tell that story, you know?
You see, they probably would have ended up here in the U.S. or Israel.
Probably. I don't know.
The thing is that there's actually, post-Holocaust, there's actually, I think, I'm not so sure. Let me Google this.
Go ahead. But... yeah, no, I don't know the full story. I'm gonna see my aunt.
Okay, so I think it was called Exodus 1947, and it was when Jewish immigrants from France and Britain went to British Palestine in 1947 after World War II.
Is that all it says?
Is
that all it says?
Yeah, you could just all you just need to do is just Google Exodus 1947.
All right.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Yeah, I'm the Jamie of this show.
Actually, one time I was talking to this one friend. We were talking about how Balkan people are some of the most racist people ever. Like me and him were saying stuff like like the Americans thinking they win a racism competition, and there's like Americans when they see Americans in a racism competition when they see the man from Serbia walking in.
Yeah, dude, I don't know too much about Serbia, man. What kind of shit did they say?
Oh my god! So things that racism in the Balkans, like it is unreal. Like it's like I was talking to this one guy from Greece, right?
Mm.
And he told me how if you're ever caught stealing, you'll be called either a gypsy or an Albanian.
There's no in between. You're either a gypsy or an Albanian.
Yeah. And then I talked to this one guy from Albania. Well, actually, no, he's my neighbor. And he was talking about Balkan countries. And then he was talking about them like with this sort of hatred. He was like, oh, Bulgaria is just full of gypsies. We don't like them.
Yeah, dude. You know, man, the Polish too. Like my stepfather is in construction, right? And he works a lot with.
About this.
Oh yeah.
He's so racist. He's even racist against his own kind.
Yeah, this Polish guy, or no, not my stepfather. No,
no, the Polish guy.
Yeah, the Polish people that a lot of the Polish people that I works with, except for this one guy. He was Polish, but like he didn't really speak so much English, let alone Spanish. But he always hung around because he either works with Polish or Mexicans, and for some reason his boss is Irish. I think I don't know. There's some Irish guy. There's some Irish guy. Nobody can understand what he says. He's always pissed off.
Is he like Irish from Ireland?
No, he's Irish, like from here, I think. I don't know, but like,
or is he from Boston?
I don't know
because Boston people have some really thick accents, and they're also Irish.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's not an Irish accent; it's a Boston accent. Like they'll sound all funny, like.
No, please don't bring up no Boston accent. I can't imagine that shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to demonstrate one right now, but they'll just sound.
I remember I was trying to practice a Boston accent, and I was actually doing good for a while, but then I just gave up. That was like 2 years ago. I gave up.
I still have terrors. I still have terrors about that woman coming up to my ear and just like.
I tried practicing an Arabic accent.
How did that go for you?
It didn't go well.
Go ahead. Give us a demonstration. Okay.
I can't.
Anyways, going back to my stepfather's work. So it's just either Polish or Mexicans. And there's one Polish guy, no, barely English, no Spanish. But he always hung out with them, and he said, let me tell you something. I love hanging out with you guys because my people are assholes. They're so racist. They're racist against their own people. So I hang out with you guys. You guys are nice. You guys party and shit, because they're always, first of all, they always are having way more of a good time, like when they're off break or even while they're working, but like lightly working, when they're not they don't have to be as focused. Like they're always just like lit up, So I mean, yeah, no, who the fuck doesn't want to be around them? Meanwhile, you got the freaking Polish arguing and shit, cussing each other out, bringing each other's wives into the fucking story. I don't know.
I myself am Mexican, and I can relate. Like we just party.
Oh my god, man, dude! Around
here, I already told you, right? There was this fucking birth of a cat on the sidewalk, and motherfucker just pulled up, and there's like, yeah, fuck yeah, until this cat gave birth.
Dude, even when it's snowing
outside, they bring wait. So let me get this straight. You guys were celebrating a cat giving birth?
Oh yeah, man. We brought out tequila, everything.
It's like, yeah, kids for us. Like that.
Man, they brought the mariachi and everything.
That's tequila.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, dude. Speaking of mariachi, dude, tell them about what you want to do at the end of the year.
Oh yeah. So I've been saving up some money now for a while. I got like around $70. I think that's pretty good. But I'm gonna hire a mariachi band to follow my my principal as my senior prank. I don't know. I still don't know if I have enough money to make this all day, but I know that I want to make him lose his shit. over this mariachi band following him.
Wait, but are they even going to be allowed in the school?
I hope. Shit.
Saved all this money for the point.
Have them disguised as students.
Yeah, man, this fucking overweight 40-year-old Mexican just walking.
I like how our conversation turned about how teachers, right? How certain teachers should not be paid.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you can say that about any profession, though. There's just people that do not deserve their occupation at all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more for teachers because they are responsible for a lot of like people who will they're responsible for the future generation to a certain extent, you know. So
yeah, but you know what? It's not always about them being lazy as hell. Like some of them are really enthusiastic, but they'll always like some of them will push an agenda on students.
Yeah,
because things that I had this one 8th grade teacher. I shit you not, she was a communist.
What the fuck?
in what ways?
I'm dead serious.
Like,
she's been to Cuba. She's been to Cuba, I think. Right? Yeah, she's definitely been to Cuba. She's been to like this one communist socialist parade in like South America. I think it was in like Bolivia.
Oh.
Right? And then she was all like, you know what? In a capitalist society, all of this stuff shouldn't happen. She told me about, so she told the class about how stores would throw away food. It was like they would throw away bread, but the other side of the loaf is still good. It's just a dot of mold. You see, after doing research about mold, I could have called her an idiot right then and there. I was like, idiot, you know that a mold, right? Even a dot of mold can contaminate an entire loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And you're like, even before that dot shows up, it'll still be contaminated. That's true. The things that mold, right? When the fur starts showing up, it's not that it's too late. It's that it's going to start contaminating everything else. That's why if you see something like that in your fridge, you have to clear it out.
Yeah, no, makes perfect sense. Yeah, no, man, those communists are on some shit. I always, man, I remember seeing this one video of
it's just classic commie logic.
Yeah, dude, I remember I saw this one video of a guy who escaped. He was a part of the Soviet Union, but against his own will. And once the Soviet Union collapsed, he fled from, I think it was Russia. Yeah, it was Russia. He fled from Russia, made a life in the States. And then all of a sudden, one day, he comes across these groups, this group of fucking teenagers with commie shirts on and with the flags and shit. And then they were trying to, he was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then they were making up some bullshit reasons why communism is needed in the world. Communism is this, communism is that. But like they weren't making sense when they were talking. It's just because like it's not like they actually knew what communism actually was. You know, they saw like one documentary and I was like, yeah, no, this is our shit right here. Meanwhile, like a guy who was actually there, is watching these idiots, and he's just kind of, it's sad to watch. And it's also infuriating, you know, because they're just fucking dumbass kids.
You know, just me in general, just seeing any sort of communism is gonna make the stars and stripes in me go wild, dude. You know, I don't need to elaborate how much I hate them.
Yeah.
Like my hatred for communism will always burn as long as they exist.
Yeah, no, I'm not patriotic or anything, but communism is next level insane.
However, here's the thing, right? I also believe in preservation, right? So even if the Soviet Union fell, they have all these communist statues and whatever, you know, statues of Lenin and Stalin, right? even though they're symbols of communism, I think they should be archived and showed as an example, not as a lesson, but as an example. Like, hey, don't be this fucking asshole.
You know, that makes perfect sense, man. That's why museums exist, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, we should be reminded of all the bullshit that's happened in history so we don't repeat it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah,
no, is that right now we live in a day and age where, okay, you guys are probably going to say that is very tyrannical of you to say, or that's against free speech or whatever. I believe we live in a day and age where people who should not have a voice and an influence have a voice and an influence.
I mean, that's not a bad take. I think we have way too many platforms that give
things that
a voice.
You know, people are gonna say like, "Oh, it's the alt-right people who shouldn't have a voice. It's those weird like people." Like, no, dude. Like, it's you, the TikTok kids. You guys shouldn't have a voice whatsoever.
Yeah,
you guys rot everyone else's brains away. You guys distort whatever truth comes to you to fit your own agenda, your own everything.
Yeah, we live in a time where
basically what I'm trying to say is that TikTok kids should not be taken seriously, right? Twitter people, not seriously.
Yeah.
Don't like they shouldn't have a voice. It's that simple.
I mean, I think if you're the demographic of TikTok is basically like 12-year-olds. 12 to like 17. Who the fuck is a fuck about 12-year-olds and what they think?
Yeah,
you know?
like
however, it's not even that. It's also just adults using it as well.
Yeah, no, dude, adults are crazy. Like we live in a time where people just feel entitled. We live in a time where people just have to have an opinion on everything, even if it's something that they know little about. They just have to have an opinion on it, you know, and it's infuriating because
the thing that I hate the most, seeing it on TikTok, is just like people who are like adults, right? They're in like 30s or somewhere around there, and they're like, "Oh, I teach my kids at an early age," and the kid will be like 6 or 7. They're like, how to use proper pronouns or how to address people a certain way.
That should not happen.
I mean, you know, that's the boat where I'm at, because I'm like, dude, they're just kids. You know, like you're still in the growing phases and whatnot. And sure, you could argue that
that's just grooming.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It sounds crazy for me to say, but you know what? Like, I don't know if it's the internet's fault for all of this, because things that no one is saying that all these rise of different political opinions is the reason why. Okay, everyone's always gonna say, "Oh, it's the right's fault for that. It's the left's fault for that." No one is saying that it's everyone's fault. Okay.
Yeah.
They always think that their idea is the only functional idea. You know, it sounds like I'm a communist, but I'm not. Right? These things that they're quick to invalidate one side, right? And uphold theirs, like it has a sort of superiority.
Right.
Okay. And because of that, it just causes the other side to go crazy and say, no, they're invalid. We're the better one. And then like just this back and forth just makes everyone go crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
If you make everybody feel like they're powerful, or if you give everybody a certain amount of power, they're gonna use that
things
power.
Are like, how do I say this? It's that their ideas, they always fight. They never work to a solution. They never think of one, right?
They're just so fixated on being right, you know, instead of, they don't think rational. They don't look for the best possible outcome for everybody. They're just so fixated on being the ones to tell the rest what to do, because they, on either side, doesn't matter, you're left, you're right, doesn't matter. They think that they're right 100%, you know, and they just want everybody else to think the same way. that's just not how it works, man. And it frustrates me that that's the people still think that that's how the world should be ran. You know.
Yeah, it's either these we own those libtards and what's it called, I don't know, just it's just this long back and forth, right? They Everyone is in their own bubble, okay?
Yeah.
They're on their own bubble. They're in their own um in their own chamber, their own sort of echo chamber, right?
Yeah.
They all the only voices they hear is their own.
Dude, this
And
is the
when
episode that's gonna get us killed.
Yeah, dude. I'm about to get addicted.
Dude,
no,
we're on a CIA watch list now.
and
Yeah, no, you know what? Something thrilling. Yeah, what the fuck am I going to school for then, man? If I'm on a CIA watch list, shit. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah, because like the things that I would just turn on TV, right? I would just turn on this whatever,
yeah,
and I would either find Ben Shapiro or whoever, right?
yeah,
And they're always gonna say abortion is bad, right? And then I'll just go on to another person say like guns are wrong, and then like I just see all of this, and I'm just so frustrated about all of it. Like I just I don't like a single one of these people. I really don't.
yeah, yeah. You have a pretty strong like outlook on guns in general.
I think everyone should be armed to the teeth.
What's your stance on um gun law?
I believe that it is our constitutional right to bear arms. You know,
Yeah,
we are allowed to have these weapons. Unfortunately, people have demonstrated that they're not capable of. Well, a lot of people have demonstrated they're not capable of handling
yeah,
guns. But really, there's no effective way to even, I guess, try to tell people or try to tell people who should and shouldn't have guns because
yeah,
it's a business and people are going to get their hands on them whether it's like against law or maybe against them to even own it. So it sucks that a lot of these shootings happen, especially in
yeah.
schools, especially, it's fucked up that, we're not over the age. We're not over 21. We can't purchase a drink, but we can sure as hell purchase a fucking rifle, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's something interesting to look at.
Owning guns in general just has a bad rap. Like my parents have always said that till this day they don't want to practice anything with guns, which I respect. I grew up in a household where no guns. I plan on owning guns in the future, responsibly, of course. And I just know that in
You
the
want one
future,
with the safety selector, like switch?
actually, yeah,
Then go for a Beretta. Berettas have safety selectors. CZs have safety selectors. 1911s have safety selectors. Go for those.
1911.
You see, if you want to be all Star Spangled Banner, get a 1911.
Star Spangled Banner.
If you want to think you're a mafioso, get a Beretta.
Hey, there
Yeah.
you go.
No, man, I want to be Clint Eastwood. Give me a fucking 44 Magnum, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking hand cannon. I'm gonna. What did
No,
Bill
no.
Burr say? You blow the person next to you blow the fridge, the fucking your dog in the backyard chilling in his box or something. Yeah, no,
Nah,
dude. There was a
nah.
time when the 44 Magnum was like the most badass gun you could own.
Yeah, but it's unpractical.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely more efficient guns out there, but I
Dude,
mean,
I don't know. I don't know why, but like a snub nose really calls my attention. Just
yeah,
a little fucking handgun.
Yeah, but those are also pretty impractical.
I
Just
think
revolvers, in my opinion, impractical. I don't like them.
Yeah, 100%. So outdated. I think I'll just own a 44 Magnum just as like a
Novelty.
an antique. Yeah.
Yeah, but focus on getting a carry gun.
Yeah, maybe. Or a 1911. Wait, a 1911. I think
1911s are All right, you just need to know the proper one because some are jamamatics.
Yeah, now that I think about it, Clint Eastwood had it in 1911. Yeah, I don't know a single word to the national anthem. America, fuck yeah.
Coming in
Dude, you know what? I don't know why, but
day.
like it was always a joke in our household that we would play like the Hulk Hogan theme song, and
Yeah.
like honestly, that became our national anthem. Like we just stopped hearing the actual U.S. anthem for a while. We just said, "Fuck it, Hulk Hogan."
Yeah.
Remember when Hulk Hogan beat communism?
Remember when Hulk Hogan said the N-word? Just
Dude, just the other day, I found a rabbit hole. I just started watching compilation after compilation of
Ooh, I
Hulk
know what
Hogan's
gun you could
moments when he
carry.
says brother. Like every single time he's ever said brother.
yeah.
Dude,
Oh wait, I think I know what gun you could carry. I think you could carry a SIG M18. It's what the Marines use.
as of right now, like I don't think I'm in any danger. You know, I'm cool with a lot of people. You know,
Are you sure about that?
Nah.
no,
You need that once
no.
January 1 comes, because you know they're gonna bring in that
Fuck! I
fucking
forgot about January 1st. That shit's
You
still
do,
going on.
yeah, the
you
Safety Act.
do, yeah.
Damn.
Step on
Fuck.
somebody's lawn, get shot at. You
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
not cool with my neighbors.
know.
Not cool. I'm pretty sure the Jehovah Witnesses. Yeah.
Yeah, but at least build some diplomatic relation with your neighbor. It's like a neighbor. Um, the city is gonna turn to purge mode. I
Yeah.
think I think we should instead settle our differences and work to defend our own interests.
Definitely
Yeah.
set up those boundaries. Be like 10 Commandments. You know, the no killing. This is my bike. You know,
Yeah, dude.
establish that.
My
No. But instead, arm up your whole house and get ready to light up someone who dares to break in. Like if you just see the crustiest looking burglar, empty an entire magazine.
yeah, no, my
No
neighborhood can
mercy.
get a little crazy in the evening. And
Like
on
you
most days,
get the Rambo gun, the M60, and then just get like a chain of bullets. Go, just shoot that motherfucker.
fucking go full Scarface on those motherfuckers. Yeah, no, my neighborhood could get a little weird at night, you know. And I gotta walk for a while in the evening, you know, on most days.
All right, but as I was saying before, we're close to living a post-truth era. So if you don't know what I mean, basically, post-truth is a sort of idea. It's an idea
Mm.
about how information will soon become distorted, and that something as simple as truth
Yeah.
would be so bent far beyond belief,
Yeah.
right? It'll be nearly unrecognizable. It'll get to the point where something as simple as saying, I don't know, like who our first president was,
Yeah.
right? That would be lost to time as to people like, well, like I said, bending the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what people on TikTok are doing.
Yeah, they distort reality in a way.
Yeah, they're part of the problem.
Yeah, and they don't even realize they're doing it. They think, oh no, this is fun. You know, I'm gonna get a couple of views from this and whatnot. People are gonna love me for it. My friends are gonna talk about it. No, but fuck that, because the future generation gonna look at the shit and think, oh yeah, no, this is what God said, right? You know, it's fucking stupid, you know. And then a few generations from now, they're gonna look back at us and think that we're the fucking crazy ones for saying what we're saying, you know.
It's just that like information spreads so fucking quickly. It's absolutely insane,
Yeah.
right? So
Everything
something like
nowadays.
a rumor
Yeah.
could be seen as truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's no more fact checking. It's just he said, she said, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
And
And
the
listen,
problem is that everyone has an agenda to post to push whatever truth they want. And what Google is doing is that they're thinking about having a sort of fact-checking platform.
Yeah.
But in reality, if you think about it, okay, if you really think about it, it's just fake news laundering. Because anyone can say that something is truth just to pass a lie off as truth. So you're going to have something like fake news laundering. You're going to have something like that. You're going to have half-truths bent and twisted beyond recognition.
Right. And like you said, it starts with little things too. I can't tell you how many times. Listen, it doesn't help that people in general just nobody can ever nobody ever agrees on one thing. The entire world, there's nothing in the world that everybody can agree on. Everybody can, nothing. And it's little things like when I'm with my friends, like just the other day, we started talking about piss again. I was like, because one of my buddies has this big ass water bottle, and then we started talking about what your piss is supposed to look like. And I said, if your piss is dark yellow, you're dehydrated. If your piss is clear, you're overhydrated. But if you're at a decent hydration level when like your piss has like a yellow tint to it, you know. And then my friend like kind of got frustrated with me after a while because I wouldn't reverse my answer. I stick by the answer because it's fucking factual. And then he said, "No, your piss has to be clear." And I was like, "When was the last time your piss was clear?" And he said, "Just yesterday." And I was like, "How about before that?" And he said, "My piss is always clear." I said, "You're overhydrated, man." And then he looked it up. Listen, you guys know this, right? You guys know this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just common. It should be common knowledge. But then he looked it up, and Google even said that your piss is supposed to be naturally clear. And then I was like, no, this is some straight bitch shit because I know for a fact that when your piss overhydration is a thing. If your piss being clear isn't an indication that you're overhydrated, then what the fuck is? You know?
It's just supposed to be a pale yellow. That's what it says right here. By
Yeah.
Mayo Clinic. By Mayo Clinic.
Yeah, no, and it starts with little things like that. If we can't even agree on what your piss is supposed to look like, what else are we not going to agree on? And then I start realizing just how much my friends and I actually disagree on a lot of stuff.
You know, you
Stuff
say that about the little things, and then it grows into even bigger stuff. For example, I think that it's common sense that we all should agree that pedophiles are like the most disgusting fucking people, right? Pedophiles are the most disgusting people, and there's no like saving grace or like, oh shit, better luck next time. No, you fucked up once. That's like forever.
Listen, there's no justifying pedophilia, and it's outrageous that people out there are actually trying to.
What is that shit called? The maps or whatever.
Maps. I forgot it's an acronym for something, but
yeah, it's actually maps. Yeah. Actually, here's the thing. Maps actually started off as a troll. So people on 4chan, they were trying to troll LGBTQ people on the platform.
And people took it seriously.
Yeah, so they were trying to troll them by trying to pass off pedophilia as an actual thing. So they're trying to basically get a good laugh out of everyone. It was like, hey, look at these people, right? Yeah. It's just that it turned to a real thing.
Oh my god, man!
It's like that shit when people are like, "Oh, are you transphobic?" Nah, I'm just super straight. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't see anything wrong with super straight. I don't know what the whole outrage was about.
No, like if super straight is like when you're straight. I know. The only thing that super straight just doesn't make sense to me because like if you're straight yourself, you can still be attracted to like a bisexual person of the opposite gender, right? Super straight means that like you're only attracted to straight people like yourself.
No, that's not what super straight is. Super straight is being attracted to women and only women.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You see, it's because people, right? They don't want to date transgender people, and that's fine. If you don't want to date one, then don't do it. All right.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Right. That's literally what the super straight thing is about. Okay, you only want to date biological women. All right, if she's born with a vagina, right? Then she's born with a vagina. Then it's your right to go for only biological women. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just that for some reason people threw a fit on that. And I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think it just goes to show the whole agenda thing again, because it's like, oh, you're transphobic because you don't want to date a trans person, which is not the case. It's just preference or whatever you want, you know.
Right. I mean, just take any. I mean, I can't help but to think about that one Long Beach Griffey video. Remember?
Yeah.
I just can't help but to think about it. But like every single one of his videos, it's so truthful. That's the thing that I love about comedy. A lot of my favorite comedians, they make jokes all the time, but it's like they're not even they're saying it in a comedic fashion, but it's like, damn, this is actually kind of the sad reality. You don't have to be attracted to transgendered people, and it's not transphobic. You just happen to have a preference, It's just common. That's just natural. That's human nature, But people get so what's I don't know, man. People
it's
just
probably a pick-me thing going on,
Maybe. I don't know, man. Listen, it doesn't matter what kind of group you're a part of, what kind of community you're a part of. There's always going to be entitled, irrational people. And because those people talk the loudest, of course, those people are going to be associated with the groups the most. It just happens to happen.
By the way, did you hear that Twitter? So before Musk took over Twitter, right? Twitter was infested with all sorts of child predators, right?
All right.
And things that these child predators were literally exchanging child exploitative material. Obviously, I don't need to go into elaboration as to what that means, right? What was happening is that literally an illegal market in Twitter opened up about that.
Right.
And pre-Musk Twitter never saw it as a priority to protect children. And the reason why was because the guy, the head of trust and safety, actually was one himself. And there's like all sorts of stuff to prove it. Like he said stuff like can high school kids consent? Or stuff like, my neighbor, let me find it. Oh my God, dude. You guys promise me you guys won't throw up.
No.
Promise me. So he said that awkward moment when you can't tell whether your neighbor has a really loud infant or is just watching really loud porn.
What the fuck?
What?
That's what he said.
Oh my God.
Get the fuck out of it.
I am not lying.
I'm just so discombobulated right now, man. That shouldn't exist.
Oh my God.
The guy's name is Yoel Roth.
It's so sickening that people like this just casually exist. They do the same things that we do, and they live like it's nothing. Why the fuck? Ah, man, shit. I'm truly disturbed right now.
Yeah. Like I said, we're living in an era where people who shouldn't have a voice and an influence have one.
Yeah.
And it's sickening that someone who truly shouldn't have one has one.
It all comes full circle. At the beginning, when you said that, it might have sounded like you were crazy. It all comes full circle. It all makes perfect
Okay,
sense.
honestly, I have said a lot of things that make me sound crazy.
You can say that about anybody, though, man. I've definitely said some crazy
Okay,
shit.
but I've said many things that made me sound crazy. But if you really think about it, it's true.
If there's anything to take from this, don't be fucking stupid, and please, just I don't know, man. You got anything?
If you see a crackhead on the subway, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
And for me, let's see. Either don't trust information at face value.
Yeah.
Always take context, right? Like basically context is just as important as truth. Truth is going to be distorted in one way or another.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Basically, I just have a really dystopian mindset.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not
Also,
too far off.
Also, you guys should listen to the music band Health. They make some good music.